My wife hung in there. And at some point during that night, I left my body. And I found myself flying through this star-filled realm.
The world of souls, spirits, ghosts, and everything supernatural has been chalked up to being fairy tales for centuries. But do you know that actual, real-life instances of ghosts and spirits interacting with our physical reality have been caught on camera various times? Join us as we uncover and dive into 16 times souls and spirits were caught leaving the body on camera. Number 1. Soul leaving a woman's body in a haunted hospital. Talking about souls in particular, people at large have believed that a soul exists, even if there is no tangible proof for its existence. There are some things that are just innately known by humans. So when this video of a woman in a hospital surfaced, people were quick to point out that it was a video of a woman's soul leaving her body. The video's origins are murky and contradicting, with some sources claiming it is from India and others claiming it is from some other country. However, what is not contradictory is the fact that the video is justifiably terrifying. In what seems to be a haunted hospital, we can see a woman lying on a hospital bed. Although the quality seems questionable at best, you can still clearly see what is displayed there. A good benefit to videos taken originally in bad quality is that it is much, much harder to tamper with them. That is because the videos are already so pixelated that any interaction or editing within the video would stick out due to different resolutions. Now, if you are a pro, it is possible, but it is difficult nonetheless. Back to the video, the woman is lying in a dark and creepy environment, seemingly comatose. As we move forward into the video, we see a white, shadowy figure slowly emerge from the top of the woman's body. As the shadowy silhouette fully externalizes as a separate entity from the body, it pauses for a single moment. Not a second more, and the figure suddenly leaves the area through the door at the very back. The video, which first emerged in 2014, comes as a surprise and a ball of questions for believers and skeptics alike. Even so, it is undeniable that the video is a scary encounter of our modern technology with the spirit of human essence. Number 2. Joe's bedroom, soul of an old man gone in the night. The next video follows a similar pattern as the last one, and it is equally as nerve-wracking. The CCTV footage titled Joe's Bedroom is a video captured back in 2018. In the video, we can see an old man, presumably named Joe, sleeping through the night. However, things do not seem to be so normal as the video goes on. Mouth open, body relaxed, and consciousness out cold, Joe is seen to be in a deep state of slumber when a small white orb is first captured on the camera. Now, the thing with white, or any other color for that matter, orbs is that they are not a new addition to the world of spirits and souls. These white orbs are believed to be energy orbs. These energy orbs are also believed to hold the essence of human life in them and are often used interchangeably with souls. But souls are not to be confused with energy orbs, as they are completely different. Souls are the amalgamation of human consciousness, confined by the physical body as its medium of transport. Energy orbs are held by the souls, sort of like a life force. Coming back to the video, we see the energy orbs start leaving Joe's body, the first one being the most prominent. As the subsequent energy orbs leave, it is up to us to conclude what happened to Joe. What do you think? Did his life force completely leave his body? Number 3. Death in a car crash. Death is already a tragic concept every human being on this earth has to witness, either through himself or others around him. It becomes even more tragic when death comes unprecedented all of a sudden. Such is the case for the following video. In the video showing the scenery of a horrific car crash, we can see lines of paramedics and police vehicles lined up around what could only be assumed to be the car that crashed and the body of the driver. As the lights go blue and red, we see the medics trying to do their job as best they could. Amidst the rush, we see a discolored dark figure that is translucent, slowly floating out of the body and all the way up. The medics and police officers continue to do their job unaware that a spirit just left a human right in front of them. It is only through the camera that we are able to witness such a sad passing away of a human. but it only leaves us with more questions about the world of spirits. Number 4. Car accident in a forest. On number 4, we have found ourselves with a picture depicting a car crash as well. The setting looks to be a road in the middle of the forest. This scene, again looking to be a gruesome car crash, is filled with emergency hospital and police vehicles all gathered around the premises. In the picture, we see police officers standing around what looks to be the body of the victim, possibly trying their best to provide them with medical attention. However, things already seem to be done and dusted as we see a white glowing figure leaving the body of the victim. Creepy, yet sad, the picture gives us an insight into what could be life after death. Number 5. The man in a hospital. The next event was captured on the 24th of July, 2017. The CCTV footage shows a hospital room with a shirtless man lying on a bed being tended to by many nurses. His condition seems to be critical as the nurses and doctors zoom around him in frantic body language. He is seen unconscious with various needles and monitors stuck to his body. The video shows the man being tended to for a while with little to no movement from the man. Maybe his condition becomes stable, or maybe the doctors deem it safe to leave him in the room for a while. The room empties as all the nurses and doctors filter out. However, a few minutes after the patient has been left alone in the room, something happens. We see a translucent white shadow looking similar to the man's stature sitting up from the man's lying position. It is presumed to be his soul. His soul sits up, pauses for a second as if contemplating something, and then gets out of bed. His soul leaves his body and vanishes. This discovery shocks the doctors and the nurses when they come back to find him to be flat-lined. In a rush of panic, they start doing chest compressions and monitoring his heartbeat to see if they can save him. But it is too late. He is already gone. And with his departure, he left everyone who watched that video with 1,000 questions and feelings of dread. Number 6, random night in. Not so random? In the following CCTV video, we are faced with a man on a seemingly random night. He is seen sleeping peacefully on his bed with minimal movements as dust particles float around in front of the camera. The video moves forward, and in a shocking turn of events, we see the man's soul leave his body. The soul is, yet again, seen to be an exact replica of the man, but in the form of a white, shadowy silhouette. The show sits up from the man's position on the bed and casually walks away. It is not known whether the man is dead or not, however. This video is surely shocking. It even gives hints to astral projection, the art of the soul or the consciousness traveling without the physical body being real. What do you think? Is this a spirit interacting with the man, his soul leaving his body, or a case of astral projection? Number 7, life lost during a car crash, lost during. A 2016 CCTV video of a car crash published online shocked and scared the people who watched the video. According to the Daily Mail, this chilling video was taken near the Phibin Songkram camp in Lopburi, Thailand. In the clip, a truck is seen colliding with a motorbike that is dangerously speeding on the road. The motorbike seems to lose control while attempting to turn a corner and ends up causing the saddened collision. The passengers are flipped outside of the vehicle in a horrifying state. The body, now lying on the road, is gawked at by onlookers in shock. After several seconds, signs of the first supernatural activity are seen unfolding. A pixelated shadow appears floating above the corpse and stays unmoved as people rush to help the victims. The shadow meanders near the body for a little while before disappearing. This video was posted on YouTube by Sutanaraj Suwanatada on September 17th. And it gathered more than 700,000 views in just 3 weeks. It is certainly something to replay over and over again. Number 8. Man saves a dog but loses his life instead. Originating from the Philippines, this next video shocked many people and made them reevaluate their thoughts on life after death and spirits. On November 21st, 2020, a woman claimed to have witnessed the soul of a drowning man leaving his body. She further claimed that she saw the said man's spirit emerge out of his body and walk over the water. She captured the video of the drowning incident and found something she never thought she would find. According to the details of the video, the man who drowned at a quarry site was reportedly trying to save the life of a stray dog. He can be seen trying to save the dog that unfortunately was about to drown in the river, and he succeeded. However, the strong current swept him away to the deep portion of the river. The onlookers were reported to have called a rescue team for a search and rescue for the guy. They even used a backhoe to pull him out of the water safely. However, they were unsure if he was even alive after spending 2 hours floating in the strong currents of the river. As this was going on, the woman decided to take a video of the incident as proof if needed in the future. However, upon playback, she noticed something weird. In the video, there is an appearance of a white silhouette in the shape of a human being. According to the video, it is seen floating above the water. She wholeheartedly believed that this was the soul of the victim leaving the body. The woman went on to claim that she did not indulge in altering any part of the video. The victim was also said to be the third sad casualty of drowning in that river. Number 9. A homeless soul in Japan. A seemingly rogue video published in 2018 came to the surface when something weird was captured going on the streets of Japan. Since not much is known about the video and its origins, we can only focus on the contents of the video. The video showcases the street of a certain unknown place in Japan that is completely empty. Then, a man enters into the scope of the CCTV camera and is seen walking to the curb under a bridge. He holds nothing in his hands except for a single bag and seems to be walking in a slow, saddened manner. He lies down on the curb, trying to get comfortable. A few minutes into the video, what seems to be his soul is seen getting up from the confines of his physical body and pausing in a sitting position. His physical body is still seen lying down as before. His soul slowly gets up, takes one last look at his former body, and walks away, leaving every earthly possession and form behind. This video, although sad, is an interesting tale of the separation between the physical and the spiritual world. Number 10. Car crash at an intersection. The next video, another car crash, comes from unknown origins and shows the aftermath of a brutal car crash. What seems to be an intersection is filled with red ambulances and the crashed vehicles, with some people standing around looking distraught. The victim of the car crash has already been transported inside the back of the red ambulance and is probably receiving medical aid. Then, as a few seconds pass, you can make out a shadowy figure standing at the tail end of the ambulance near the body. The shadowy figure is in the shape of a man and is seen floating near the victim's body. It is believed that this is the soul of the man leaving his earthly form. Number 11. Spirit in a hospital. Hospitals are infamous for tales of supernatural hauntings and stories out of the ordinary happening on a day-to-day basis. In this 2014 video showing a desolate hallway of an Indian hospital at night, we are once again able to witness an out-of-the-ordinary instance. Only 1 or 2 people are seen sleeping on the floor in this hallway, and the rest of the atmosphere looks to be quiet and creepy. At the end of the hallway, the morgue of the hospital is situated. As the video progresses, a black figure in the shape of a man materializes at the start of the morgue. The figure can be seen standing there for a minute. As it slowly approaches the people down the hallway who are out cold, this figure becomes clearer and clearer. But before it could reach the people or possibly disturb them, the figure suddenly zoomed past the people down the hallway at a crazily quick speed. The people continue sleeping as the figure vanishes. It is believed that the figure was the soul of one of the dead bodies in the morgue and had finally left its physical form. This video also poses another interesting question. What do you think will happen if one of the people were to come in contact with the spirit? Number 12. Another old man loses his life. Seemingly like a sequel to Joe's Room, this video showcases an old man lying peacefully on his bed, sleeping. The setting seems to be inside his home. The video is relatively uneventful throughout, except for one major thing at the end. As he continues sleeping, we can see a white orb of some sort fly out of his body and into the atmosphere. The man stays still, apparently not affected by the departure of these orbs. The white figures of the orbs leave the man's body in an instant and leave us with an intrigued consciousness. Number 13. possible spirit entering and leaving a human body. The next video is set inside the bedroom of some people in their mid-ages. In the video, a woman can be seen sleeping on her bed, with another person lying on a smaller bed right beside them. The video shows a serene clip of the two sleeping for the first few minutes. But then, something happens. An off-white, discolored figure of some sort is seen entering the room and floating around the woman sleeping in the big bed. The figure first nears the woman and then is seen entering the woman's body, possibly. After a few more seconds, the discolored figure exits the body of the woman and floats away, just like it entered. The video is also backed by the commentary from the woman herself as she analyzes the CCTV footage of the night. She can be heard exclaiming in distraught as she observes a spirit or an entity entering and leaving her body. Some people who watch the video believe that is the case of astral projection, as the soul leaving and entering the body throughout the duration of the projection is common. Other people believe that the woman was involved in an interaction with a possible spirit. Whatever it may be, it just brings more evidence to the fact that souls do exist, and they can be witnessed leaving and entering the bodies through cameras and other technologies. Number 14. Angels and Souls. In a 2013 video titled, "White Orbs or Angels with My Mother Before Her Passing," a woman named Janice Whitmer is seen recording a video of her mother in a hospital. According to the description, her mom was admitted to the Baptist Hospital in Nashville, Tennessee. Janice claims that her mother was surrounded by white orbs and that she relieved those were angels there to carry her soul. In her own words, they were angels who were there to help transport her to heaven. She claimed that if you didn't believe in angels before, you will after watching this. In the video, Janice's mother is seen lying on the hospital bed, unconscious and resting. White orbs, or as Janice calls them, angels, are seen continuously hovering and floating above and out of her mother's body. The video is supported by thousands of viewers, including nurses and family members of the deceased, claiming that they experienced the same thing in their life when they had to watch the soul of their family or patients leave. Some nurses even claimed that seeing souls, angels, and energy orbs was a common occurrence to them because they worked with sickness and death so much. While other people claimed that they had seen unexplainable things that happened when their family member passed away in front of them. Whatever this may be, it is one of the very solid proofs of souls leaving their physical bodies after death, and angels might possibly be there to help them. Number 15. Soul's departure from a helicopter. In March 2021, in an unknown U.S. state, an American citizen was involved in a seriously gruesome accident. The accident left them in critical condition, and the unknown person had to be taken to the hospital through a helicopter. Time was of the essence in order for doctors to try and save their life, so the helicopter was the best bet. However, as the helicopter took off, something seemingly impossible happened. A shadowy figure can be seen leaving the helicopter as it took off. The patient was declared dead just as the helicopter took flight. Number 16. Mom sees son's soul after his passing. Last but not least, we are greeted with a video of a mom who saw the spirit of her son who had passed away. The mom claims that she was watching TV with her daughter when her security camera alerted her phone that her entryway saw someone. As they saw the CCTV footage, they were shocked to find that the figure looked just like her son, Robbie. Robbie had died in 2016 of an accidental drug overdose, leaving his family grieving. However, this is not just a case of a grieving family, as this sighting was seen in 2019, almost 3 years after the death of Robbie. As the footage was analyzed by more people, it became clear that the figure did, in fact, look just like Robbie. Some believe it is the spirit of Robbie that, once leaving his physical body, has been roaming around and has finally come to visit his family. Outro. So what do you think?